and Raf Rant. I'm Raf.
And I'm Raf. We're Raf.
Rafa Rispo of the Far From Vesuvius podcast. That's Ralph Pizarro of Calcio Napoli Club. Just rant about Napoli.
Let's go for it.
We're going to rant. We're going to match report. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to talk about topics. You leave comments and we'll read your comments out. Question.
All right. Quick stats.
Yes. Throw the stats up there. On to a nice little segment that we're going to call the Beast of the Match.
Who is beasting it for the Napoli team? Let's see.
Follow us on Facebook. Rafael Rispo, Ralph Pizarro. Twitter at RafaNapoli83. That's me.
CNC USA 26.
I want some feedback to the show. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see more or less of? This is going to be a show for you guys too. I want a lot of comments.
We want to rant about something. Let us know if you want us to rant about something.
I promise you we're not going to agree on everything all the time.
We won't.
We're going to yell at each other every now and then.
Come and rant. This is what it's for. We want to give you a space to let loose so you can do it here.
Well, that's going to do it, Ralph. Were we boring enough for you?
I don't know. I think we were great.
Let's get to it.
And benvenuti, fellas and bellas all over the world. Welcome to the pregame Raf and Raf Rant. I am your host, Ralph Pizarro, joined by my co-host, the Vicar of Vesuvius in the house, Rafa Rispo. Rafa, the moment we all been waiting for, sir. One more game.
One more. That's it. We got one more. This is it. This is for all the marbles, guys. This is it.
This is
I have like Scudetto jitters right now. This,
right. It feels the same.
It really is, and it's not fair to say that because we didn't win the Scudetto, and it's something that a lot of people like to clown us about. Second is the new Scudetto, what have you. But I mean, honestly, after the season that we've had, there's no better position to be in right now where destiny's in our own hands. We got to take this win. It's so important. It's honestly, you wish we didn't suffer all the injuries that we did and this be a Scudetto decider. But gosh, man, how much better can it be after the season that we've had, guys? We've all shared our emotions together here.
Yeah.
So we all know how much this means to us,
We on from Michele Scottiluzzo. Let's win this shit from Michael. Ken Joffredi, sir, with the eyes. Welcome back, sir. Good to have you on.
Yes, sir.
$50 million Euro match.
That's it. That's right. That's right. This one's for $50 million.
Yep. This is the big one, guys. It's just crazy, Rafa, how, first of all, what a year. What a season. What a 2020 into a 2021. Yeah. I mean, it has been nothing but an emotional roller coaster, whether it be soccer, whether it be your personal life. It's bananas. And to have this season end in this fashion, Rafa, is mind-boggling. We have not seen this in a long, long time. And the fact that we don't know what 2, 3, and 4 are going to be yet is just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. By 4 o'clock, we'll have an answer.
That's it. Well, we know Atalanta will be there, so we know they'll be in 2, 3, or 4. But which one? Which one is going to miss? Now, I have breaking news for those who might not know in here. Juventus have put out their official lineup. No Cristiano Ronaldo.
What?
He's not starting today for Juventus. He's on the bench. That is official. This is I don't know what that's about. I can't tell you what that's about because I don't know. There's no official word there. Not as of I'm reading. There's nothing here that's saying why.
Let's go. Ken,
even Bonetti in the CalcioCast chat is WTF Ronaldo ? So nobody knows what the hell is going on right now. How do you not put in Cristiano Ronaldo for a game you have to win and other teams have to drop points? How do you not put in your leading goal scorer and no word?
All right. I mean,
this is amazing.
Rafa, we got Joey just hopped on backstage. Let's bring him in.
Let's bring him in, Joe Fischetti.
All right.
Let's go.
Without further delay, you all know him. You all love him. Welcome, Joe Fischetti from the Forza Napoli podcast. Joe, how are you, sir?
Hey, gentlemen, good. How are you? Sorry if you hear my kids screaming in the background.
It's all right.
The holds are barred today, Joe. Who cares?
Yeah, no,
Who cares?
Right.
Kids,
It's all
fans,
good.
Air conditioners, cousins. Who cares?
Right, air conditioner.
My cousin's coming over, so
all right, cool.
It's gonna be great. This is
gonna be great. It's gonna be a fun one. Welcome, Joe. How you feeling today, Joe?
You know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I thought I'd feel more nervous, but so far I'm calm. I'm sure when that opening kickoff happens, I'll feel it a bit more, but I'm feeling pretty good.
I can't say the same about myself, my friend. I'm nervous. I'm very scared.
Elio Conte in the house. Hi, Rafs. In the Netherlands, we're also prepared for the big fight. Hello, Elio. Yes, much love to the Netherlands there. Yeah, I'm pretty confident too, Joe. You know, I think it's more I'm not calm at all, Ken.
No.
Yeah, it's like,
no.
You know, I seem calm, I guess, Ken, as well. But I mean, deep down, I don't know, something in the pit of my stomach. I'm not like worried, you know, but I'm excited. I think it's a mixed bag of emotions. I had posted in the chat of a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of excitement. I mean, we've just been through so much this season that I would just love to see a good result and Napoli take one of those CL spots. But it's so much riding on this, boys. So much riding on this, man. The lineups came out, by the way. Let me just read them off real quick while we're here, and then we can kind of go into that. We got about a good 25 minutes to get into everything. But stand by, guys. I got you right here. All right. Marek gets the start and goal. On the defense, we got Di Lorenzo, Manolas, Rahmani, and Hisai starting in the back. Today's midfield choice will be Fabian Ruiz and Bakayoko today as the CDM. Lozano gets the call up for that right side with Zielinski in the middle and Insigne to the left, right next to him. And then, of course, Osimhen starting up front. So I think this was almost like the probable formation. I believe they had Deme and Fabian Ruiz, though, but it was pretty close to what they predicted. Joe, what do you think of this lineup? I mean, confident?
Yeah, this was my predicted 11 as well. I think, you know, Hisai has pretty much taken over that starting left back. Meret has taken over as the starting keeper, but suddenly that other holding midfielder role was becoming a bit of a question mark with Bakayoko playing the last couple of matches and playing well. So I actually put Bakayoko in because I know Gattuso likes to go with the hot hand. And then, of course, the other question mark was at the right wing, whether it would be Politano and Lozano. This was a coin flip for me, but what I've noticed in the last 5 matches or so is Gattuso has been alternating between the two of them. So if you just follow that pattern, it would be Lozano's turn to start. So It's a strong lineup and still plenty of options off the bench if we need them.
Definitely. Rafa?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the lineup. I'm all right. It's one that it's working. You know, it's working out past few weeks. I'm confident that we can get this done with this lineup as well. I'm just really nervous. I'm nervous that something's gonna go wrong.
No, don't say that, Rafa.
I am. No. But you know, it's the Napoli fan in me. You know, it just is.
I get it.
I'm very nervous. We've been very good the past few months. We've gotten the results. You know, I mentioned this on the podcast last week. I mentioned it that after the Juve game, I said that we needed big results, you know, from now on, and we got them. 5-2 to Lazio, 4-1 to Udinese, 4-1 to 5-1 to Udinese, 4-1 to Spezia. You know, these are big results that we were looking for and we got. So with basically this lineup. So I think we're going to be okay. I'm just insanely nervous. I can't.
And you know what's funny is that not to talk about the coaching situation again, but what everyone said all season was that Gattuso is a great motivator. He just maybe is a bit deficient tactically. Well, guess what? In this type of match where it's as much a mental game more than anything else, it's dealing with those nerves. The motivating coach is what you want. It's not necessarily, no amount of tactics is good enough for a team that just doesn't show up mentally. So, that's actually giving me a bit more confidence today, knowing that Gattuso is going to have these guys ready, and then they just have to leave it out on the field.
Totally. I'm with you 300%, Joe, because the one thing that we have seen pretty much all year, no matter what has happened with the team, we see a Gattuso, we see a coach that doesn't give up, that's always in the fight, that wants to make a statement no matter what, staying or going. He wants to win. He is not satisfied even when we're up 3-4 goals. He wants more and more. And yes, that's probably been the one biggest thing that has given me some type of like a level of comfort. And it's because of him. Ken Ciofretti says Gattuso will have them mentally prepared, no doubt. And I'm with Ken, and I'm with Gattuso. I believe in them. Io ci credo, and that's the one thing that's kind of be keeping me calm. But Joe, I know. How do you feel? We're gonna see Verona. How are we gonna line up against them? If you want to go into real quick, maybe their lineup or.
Yeah, so they did release their lineup as well. Looks like Juric is making one change to the 11 that he fielded against Bologna. Ivor Pandor will start in goal for the fourth consecutive match over Marco Silvestri. Same back line that they played against Bologna with Corey Gunter, Federico Ceccherini, and Federico Di Marco. Darko Lazovic and Davide Faraoni are the wingbacks, but I think they might actually swap sides. So we're going to see Faraoni on the left and Lazovic on the right, with Antonin Barak suspended, which is a big loss for Hellas Verona. He caused a lot of punishment the last time we met. Obviously, he scored that goal. So with him out, it looks like Daniel Bessa will push up into that other trequartista spot because they play with the two men behind the striker. And that means that Pavel Davidovic will come off the bench to play in the midfield alongside, trying to remember, Ivan Ilic, I believe, is the other midfielder. And then Mattia Zaccani will play as that other trequartista. He's fallen off significantly since the last time we played them, as have Hellas Verona altogether. I was looking at this in my preview on my show. Other than the three relegation teams, Verona have been the worst team as far as points go in the second half of the season, which is remarkable that they're still in 10th place, which just tells you how good they were in the first half of the season. They basically ensured that they would survive in the first half. And then Nikola Kalinic will start at striker, and he scored his second goal of the season last match.
So does Verona, they're kind of like, their only motivation today is to be kind of like an upsetter for Napoli, right? Because win, lose, or draw, I don't think they're affected much. I know they're a few points behind.
No, they're not affected. They've
not so much.
They're secure where they're at, So they're here to play spoilers, and I'm sure the supporters would love for them to spoil Napoli's plot to get to the Champions League. But at the same time, on the same hand, we've seen out of the Bologna ultras, a banner saying Juventus $40 Super League, $40 Champions League. So they are also looking to play spoilers. So if things don't go our way, Bologna has got us covered, and now with Ronaldo not being in the 11, this could be big news too. I know we have to worry about ourselves, but at the same time, like I said, teams aren't here just to like lay down for other teams. They want to end the season on a high note. I'm sure Juric does as well. I'm sure the players do too. So
very good.
Yeah, and if I could add to that, I think they won't be as motivated as we are. I think any professional athlete is just their natural instinct is to want to win. I mean, we're probably all competitive in our men's league games, and those really don't mean anything. So imagine playing in the top flight in Italy. You always want to win. That being said, a team that just naturally wants to win or instinctively wants to win is not going to be as motivated as a team that's competing for a place in the top, the premier club competition, of course, being the Champions League. So I think we definitely will be the more motivated side, but we can't fall asleep either, and we can't take it for granted. And then the other thing as well, just to add to that, is that, interestingly, going back to that Juve Bologna game, teams do take finishing in the top 10 somewhat seriously, I guess you can say. And if we beat Hellas Verona and Bologna beat Juve, which would be great for us, obviously, then Bologna would pass Verona for that 10th spot. So, because I believe they own the tiebreaker. So, I mean, that may be an extra little bit of motivation for Hellas Verona, but they shouldn't be anywhere near as motivated as we are for this match.
All right, guys, man, that's totally with you. Hold on, I got some shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get to say hi to everybody real quick. Thank you for joining us. We had this nice pregame show. We will be with you post-game show as well. We're kind of having a grab bag of guests today. It's wonderful. But we do have some special guests. Joe, I'm going to take you off air real quick if that's all right. Real quick right there, guys. We got some special guests. Ando and Josh at Ribalta in Manhattan. We all know Ribalta Rosario. He was a guest on a show, one of the owners. But let's bring him up. Ciao belli!
Sarò con te e tu non devi mollare. Abbiamo un sogno nel cuore. Napoli torna campione. Oh, 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 hey guys,
let's go!
Yeah, what's up,
I got goosebumps, bro. What's going on?
We're ready. We're ready. We've been ready. We're a little nervous, but we're ready. We've been ready since 10 o'clock this morning.
Ralph, have you ever seen a freaking duo like
Look
this
at
right
those
here?
guys.
Look at these studs.
Look at those guys right there.
We've been together since literally 10 o'clock last night. We haven't left each other's side.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
You know, before we tell me, guys, how's the atmosphere there? I know I'm sure if this was non-COVID era, that place
definitely.
Would be packed to the brim, but
COVID definitely scared some people away. I'd say.
Definitely, but there's some good. There's some loyal followers in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's, we met up with some. You met the guy Marco from.
Yeah,
Miami?
actually, I went to when I went to Miami, I met a couple guys from New York, meeting up here too. So, but little by little, we got here early because we wanted to eat. Of course, we got to eat.
Yeah,
of course.
But
Did you get the pizza? You got
little by little, as we're clicking on towards game time, more and more Napoli shirts are filling up the place.
Exactly. We got a spot right at the bar. It's perfect.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Prime time.
Yeah.
I spoke to Rosario, the one of the owners there. He said he was at a family function today, so he couldn't be there. But
Okay.
He does send his love. He was very happy to know you guys were there, just so you know. And I told him, hey, they're going to be filming.
This is the official spot for Napoli fans NYC.
Napoli fans NYC.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. So they got the screen set up, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. They just pulled it down now, pulling up the game.
Yeah.
Is there like a plethora of different other fans there, or is it just mainly Napoli right now?
No, it's strictly business today.
Yeah,
strictly business, right. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
No, we don't got room for those people. We don't got room for those people.
In fact, actually, remember last night, we're out in New Haven. We saw a guy with a Pogba jersey, Juve, and
we tore him apart.
We had to make sure we let him know Juve Merda last night.
Let him know.
100%.
Yeah, let him know.
100%. I don't care who it is, stranger, whatever. Call the cops. I gotta let him know.
Just call the cops.
Unbelievable.
So, getting close to game time.
So you're feeling nervous then?
Nerves are definitely hitting within these last 20 minutes.
Once the surround sound hits, so I'm gonna, we see him out in the lineup, see him coming out of the tunnel, dude. Yeah. It's gonna, we're gonna feel it.
Once I see him stepping onto the field, I'm sure my blood pressure will spike. So
spike a little bit. Okay, yeah. Drink some water. Stay hydrated.
Yeah,
water. Yeah,
water.
It's water.
Drink your water, kids.
Yeah, water. The Jesus water. You know what I mean?
San Gennaro, you dici tu. Yeah. Hey, make sure everyone says prayers to San Gennaro before the game.
Of course.
Oh,
San Gennaro.
Guys,
I already got my mother doing the rosary already. You know.
Yeah, I was telling Ralph how much of a Scudetto feel is this though? It really is. It's like because
I don't know. I mean, we've last 3-4 months.
You know, I kind of
about this.
Literally, this is like, it sounds really small time to say, but like this is the Scudetto now. This is as big as it gets right now this season.
Sure.
And the kind of feeling I have right now is the Saudis our 91-point season.
Yeah.
Right.
That when we went to Torino to play Juve, this is kind of the same feeling I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, definitely, it's a smaller scale, but
I feel like this is like defines our like from the beginning. We always said like maybe not Scudetto, but like definitely Champions League, and like everything we've been through, like it comes down to today.
This game, I
absolutely.
feel like decides in what direction we're going next year. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, De Laurentiis had said at one point, if we don't make Champions League, he's going to try to cut the wages by 50%. So, like, this is huge.
Especially a team like Napoli, not qualifying for Champions League 2 years in a row hurts, especially during times like COVID.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely,
All right, guys,
absolutely.
Gattuso, in or out?
In or out?
Yeah.
Sorry. What's that
Gattuso,
role?
in or out? Gattuso, in or out?
Gattuso in or out? Oh, no, Gattuso. We're Team Gattuso.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
We're
No
with
matter the
Gattuso.
result. No
We want
matter
Reno in.
No matter the result, we're with Gattuso.
100%.
100%. Win or lose, we're with Gattuso today.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Forza
Listen, we'll try-
Napoli.
Forza Napoli sempre.
Ciao,
Forza
ciao,
Napoli.
enjoy.
Hopefully we'll see you for the post game. All right, guys. Ciao.
Definitely.
Calling us,
Cheers, guys.
All right,
Cheers.
guys. Awesome,
There
guys.
you
Man,
go.
Josh. All right, let's pull Joe back in. I wanna get him back up here, guys. Joe, thank you for your patience.
No problem. That was beautiful. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, lots of fun down in New York City.
Yeah.
Those of you who don't live, it's really humid today. So I got the air conditioners out of storage today. They're going in tonight. So Gacho guys, welcome. Gattuso in. Recently had their 100th episode, guys. They're going live now. Be sure to check them out. They're my three favorite Canadians. So but thank you guys. Oh well, but Joe's
You got one right here.
too many. You know what? Let me retract. I didn't realize how many Canadians I know
There's
now.
so
I'm sorry,
many
but
Canadians.
there's so many guys. We got Carmine, we got Sereno, we got Joe, we got the boys from. Hey man, Canada, I love you. I want you to know that, guys. All right, and I love hockey too. My niece and nephew won 12-2 today. So let's hopefully
there you go. That's
playing
it.
hockey today. So
Joe, how cool
big
how
fans
cool
out
would it
there.
be? How cool would it be if we get this job done? The Napoli ladies got the job done. The Napoli Primavera is right there. They got one more win to get in. Like this is not bad times to be a Napoli fan, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say the same thing. The Femminile came down to the final day. They didn't necessarily need a result, but they needed San Marino to not get a result, and that happened.
Right.
They still managed a draw, which was a pretty good result against a very, very good Roma team. Then you mentioned the Primavera. They were competing. It was a very tight table. 5 or 6 teams all competing for that final playoff spot. With this round's results, it's down to Napoli and Virtus Entella. So they control their own destiny, tied on points. If we get a win, we're in the playoff. Similar to the men's team now, who are next up to get a result. That's like you said, whatever happens the other games, obviously, we want those results to help us out just in case, but we just got to go take care of business, get this win, and there's no reason not to.
all the boys and all the girls. I love it, guys. This is awesome for Napoli, man. This is such.
Let me ask you this, Joe, regarding the Primavera 2. Is that one table? So the playoff would be just within the Primavera 2 teams, like so to be 3 till like what, 8?
No, the way it works, there's actually 2 Primavera groups. There's a Primavera 2A and 2B. So we are in 2B. The winner of each of those groups automatically gets promoted, and then second and third place of each group play in the playoff. So there's 4 teams in the playoff. I don't know exactly how it's structured. I imagine each semifinal would be within the same groups, and then so Napoli would play against Lecce currently, Pescara being automatically promoted. I don't know off the top of my head who the other teams are, but I assume it would be Napoli against Lecce, and the winner of that game would play against the winner of the semifinal from Group A.
Makes sense. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And credit to them as well,
up.
though, because with all of the injuries we've had with the senior team, a lot of our best Primavera players have missed games because they've been sitting on the bench with the senior team.
Right.
So guys are getting it done. Yesterday's game, we had a player, Pesce, Fish, scored his first goal, and he's a U17 player. He's the captain of the U17 team, and he got called up. Second appearance, they started him, and he scored, and then he assisted on the second goal. So something
Joe,
to keep an eye out.
you had called this out, and I really liked it. This was a little bit ago. How much of an impact did playing on the first, even if it was just on the bench, but training with the first team, how much of an impact do you think it has on these youth players, and specifically on Antonio Cioffi? Because I think he started to kind of get in form and get a little hot towards the end of their season. If you can just go over that real quick.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I know we get a lot of shouts to play the kids. To me, that's not really the value. We're not looking to these guys to come in and be this, diamond in the rough that we didn't know we had and start tearing it up in Serie A. The value that these guys are getting is, like you said, being in training with guys like Insigne, Koulibaly, Mertens, Zielinski, all of these guys, they're right now, these kids are sponges and they're just soaking it up with being with Gattuso, right? And that coaching staff. So, and I do think that has translated. Chofi went back after he returned to the team and he started killing it. He scored a hat-trick one game. Unfortunately, he did just pick up I think a thigh injury. Hopefully it's not too serious. So he hasn't played the last couple of games, but I think that experience is invaluable for these kids.
Awesome. I think so too. Hopefully they do grow from this. Hopefully one day we can maybe see a couple of these guys on our first team or and representing Napoli in the youth squad. So that'll be awesome, guys. But we have a few more minutes, guys. Let's get in. You want to get in? Maybe I know we don't do predictions for Napoli. We don't like to do that. But how about these other games, guys? Atalanta, Milan. And we got Juve, Bologna. What sits in these teams' minds right now? We got no Ronaldo on Juve. I mean, Rafa.
I mean, Juve have to win, so they're going to pull out all the stops, which is why I really am confused by the Ronaldo decision. But, Bologna is not going to lie down. As we know, their manager won't let them lie down, Mihailovic. But I can kind of see a draw come from this. I don't think Juve have been quality. Like the real only quality match that they played recently was the Coppa Italia final against Atalanta. They really did the job to win that match. Right. So if they can think of this as another cup final, then yeah. But that's a very big factor as well. Let's not forget that teams like Atalanta and Juventus had a cup final midweek. So whether Juve beat Inter last week and then won the Coppa Italia this week, they've got to be somewhat, less ready than we are. When you put it in terms of rest. It's gonna be very interesting for them. I somehow feel like they could get it done. It's not like they can't beat Bologna; they can. It's just that lately they haven't been playing as well. So I could see Bologna playing spoiler no matter what. As far as Atalanta Milan, same thing. Atalanta were in a fight of their life midweek and came up short. They're going to want revenge. They're going to want to finish in second place because, a lot of people say Atalanta have nothing to play for. They're in the Champions League. That's false. There's second place to play for. And they haven't made second place since this whole Gasperini, era. And that's something that they could probably take pride in, especially since they didn't win Coppa Italia. I think if they'd won Coppa Italia, it wouldn't really matter. But they want to get as high as they can. Milan cannot fail. Milan fails, it'll be the biggest catastrophe in history, being Seriously. Up at halfway through the season, even past that, to end up not qualifying for the Champions League. So there's so much on the line. And I can definitely see a draw there too. Honestly, it's gonna be a tough fight. And what I really want is a draw and a win for us, so we can hit second place. Because, like I said millions of times, after the season that we've had, I know win, get in. I know it's all we have to worry about. And a win for us knocks Juventus out too. So that's no, it depends on a result or two over there, but. But my perfect scenario would be Napoli second place, Juve out of the Champions League,
and so on and so forth. Joe, real quick, let's wrap it up with your outlook here.
Sure. Starting with Atalanta Milan, I think I still have Atalanta winning that match 3-1. There's also a financial incentive for finishing in second. There's a bit of a couple million euros, which may not be a big deal for big clubs, but for the smaller clubs, it's still worthwhile playing for. I agree with Rafa after not winning the Coppa Italia. I think that might motivate them a little bit. And Milan have a fairly strong squad, but they don't have really a good striker. Ante Rebic is not playing today, as I understand it, so Leao is going to be the guy up top. Everyone else looks pretty good. So I have Atalanta winning 3-1 there. And then in the Juve game, I still have Juve winning, even without Ronaldo. I think Bonetti actually tweeted that Ronaldo's reason for not playing is he's feeling tired, which is really something else. I don't know if he's already checked out or what's
Give
going on.
me a
driving
break.
too many Ferraris.
Give me a break. Last game of the season.
That clutch
your team has to get to the Champions League, and you're tired.
Yeah.
And you're Ronaldo. Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah,
What a
exactly.
fraud.
He's supposed to be one of the most fit guys in the
He's
league.
a fucking fraud. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Everyone's like, Napoli should have got Ronaldo. Why did Napoli go after Ronaldo? F you, dude. You're a piece of trash. I'm sorry. I can't hold it back.
That being said, though, one of Juve's best games this season was against Lazio, where they played without Ronaldo. So that's why I still think they're going to win. I mean, Dybala is still a clutch guy.
That's right.
So I still have them. And the other interesting thing is they're playing Danilo over Artur in the midfield, which is another strange kind of thing there.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
Guys, let's wrap it up here. The game about to begin. Thank you to everybody in the chat for joining us. We love y'all. We will be back here post-game. Enjoy the match, guys. No matter the result, we will be here. We will be talking all about it. Hopefully, we got a nice celebration, Joe. Thank you again for joining us for the pregame. Maybe we'll see you for the postgame as well. Shout out to Josh and Ando at Ribalta, guys. Thank you for hitting us up.
Vince per noi,
let's
ragazzi.
go,
Vince per noi.
Andiamo.
Let's go.
One more game. One more win. One more win, everybody. We'll see you again soon. All right. Ciao. Forza Napoli, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.